So, get this. For millions of years, evolution has been perfecting this biological sniper. We're talking a creature that sees in 360 degrees and snags its prey with a ballistic tongue. It's an absolute marvel, right? Perfectly tuned for the wild. But that very perfection, well, that's what creates this huge, surprising problem when we try to bring them into our world. I mean, just think about that for a second. Millions of years of fine-tuning went into making this perfect little hunter. Vision that covers literally every angle, a tongue that's faster than you can even blink. It's the undisputed champion of its environment. But that kind of hyper-specialization, it definitely comes with a price. And that right there, that's the paradox. The moment we bring this creature into our homes, we become its entire universe. And here's the kicker. According to the experts, the #1 reason that entire universe collapses, it's not because of the wrong lighting or a bad cage. Nope. It's because of what we feed it. Yeah, that one critical mistake leads to this. A glitch in the chameleon's biological code. This is the main villain of our story. A truly horrifying condition that doesn't come from some random infection or an injury. It comes directly from the fuel we put in the tank. So what's actually happening here? Well, imagine the chameleon's body has all these tiny internal factories. When they don't get enough calcium from the diet, they just panic. They start literally mining the chameleon's own skeleton for minerals. It turns their solid framework into something like floppy jelly. It's this awful systems failure where the body just cannibalizes itself, leaving this poor tiny tree dragon basically paralyzed in its own collapsing body. It's really grim. Okay, so this is absolutely crucial. You have to know what to look for. The early signs, things like a little bit of trembling or a weak grip on a branch, you can stop it if you act fast. But the advanced signs you see here, a soft rubber jaw or visible kinks in the spine, I mean, that's permanent. That's damage that can't be undone. But, and this is a big but, there's good news. You can totally prevent this internal apocalypse from ever happening. The solution isn't some crazy complex thing, but it is precise. As the keeper, you actually have the power to weaponize their food, to turn it from this potential ticking time bomb into the exact fuel this little biological machine needs to thrive. And this right here, this is the single most important concept to get: gut loading. It's not some optional bonus step, it is literally everything. See, an insect that hasn't been fed properly is just a hollow, crunchy calorie. Pretty useless. But a properly gut-loaded insect, oh, that's a whole different story. That is a biological, nutritional grenade, packed with everything your chameleon needs to build a strong body. And the process itself, as you can see, is actually pretty simple. For about 24 to 48 hours before you feed your chameleon, you're going to feed the insects a really high-quality diet. We're talking things like collard greens, carrots, stuff like that. This makes sure that when your chameleon eats that insect, it's also getting all that nutrient-packed goodness from its gut. Think of it like a non-negotiable two-step delivery system. All right, next up is the supplement schedule, and honestly, this is where a lot of new owners get into trouble. Chameleons are incredibly sensitive. It's a real Goldilocks situation. Too little vitamin D3 and you get bone disease, but too much and you can cause serious organ damage. So this rotation, this schedule, it's designed to provide exactly what they need right when they need it without ever risking an overdose. Okay, now we're getting to what is probably the most counterintuitive and frankly the most dangerous mistake of all, especially when it comes to adult chameleons. You know, with most pets, we're always worried about underfeeding them. But with adult veiled chameleons, the truth is the complete opposite.
It's a pretty wild question, right? But the answer is a hard yes. You can absolutely kill your chameleon with too much care. Adult veiled chameleons are they're programmed to eat whatever you offer them, way past the point of being full. Unlike a dog or a cat, they just don't have an off switch. So your love, when you express it with too much food, can literally become lethal.
And this number, this tells the whole tragic story. A healthy veiled chameleon should live 5 to 8 years. But in overfed adults, they often only make it to 2 or 3. And that's a direct result of things like fatty liver disease and reproductive problems, all of it caused by way, way too many calories. So the takeaway here is simple but critical. You are the portion control. A young, growing juvenile, like you see on the left, needs a ton of fuel every single day to build its body. Makes sense. But an adult's needs, totally different. Their goal shifts from growth to maintenance, and your feeding strategy has to shift right along with it. When you take a step back, you start to realize this isn't just about counting crickets and sprinkling powders. It's about taking on the responsibility for an entire tiny universe. It's about understanding a creature so deeply that you can provide for its every single biological need. And this really gets to the heart of it all. I mean, think about it. We're just tiny specks on a wet rock hurtling through this massive, uncaring void. But we have this incredible power to create a perfect, orderly world for another being. By mastering the exact fuel this little dinosaur requires, we bring a profound sense of stability and order to its life. It all comes down to this. And in the end, that's the real payoff, isn't it? It's this quiet, beautiful responsibility. It's knowing that because of your meticulous care for this one tiny creature, the universe isn't random or hostile. It provides precisely what is needed to flourish. Now, the full, super detailed diet and supplement guide that we base this whole explainer on, you can find that at Krawlo.com. Or just use the link in the description below. It's got all the exact products, the schedules, and the guides we've been talking about. And of course, if you found this useful, go ahead and hit like and subscribe for more deep dives into the science of our amazing world. Thanks so much for watching.